Alright, hey guys, this is going to be a playthrough of Dead Space 2. I've been trying to do some of these older games on Thursdays and Saturdays because I've got some ideas for some videos and I need to get the footage anyway, so I figured I might as well go back and play some games that I very much enjoy. Now, I'm actually redoing this game. Again, I actually recorded this along with Dead Rising 2, Obscure the Aftermath, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill 3, and one other game. Onimusha 2, Obscure the Aftermath, Onimusha 2, Dead Space 2, Dead Rising 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, 2, 1, 4, Silent Hill 3, I think that's, and Rule of Rose. I recorded all of these back in 2014, and I never found the right time to upload them. I tried a bunch of others. This year it was New Year's resolution of mine to kind of be a little bit more organized with my channel and whatnot, so yeah, no more unfinished games or whatnot, and yeah, it's been working out so far so good. So far so good. January, several completed games, no missing, whatever. But anyway, this game is actually important because not only is it one of my favorite sequels of all time to one of my favorite franchises of all time, but Dead Space 2 was the first game I ever uploaded anything for back when it first released. The birth of a legend. I actually very sporadically uploaded stuff from then up until about 2013, mid to late-ish 2013, when I started working with a guy named Nukem Dukem, back when he was, you know, like at 20,000, 30,000 subs, and I was only at like 5 or some other nonsense. And since that moment in 2013, I've actually been doing this, you know, the whole YouTube thing. It's been what I do for a living. It's, you know, I'm very fortunate that I'm able to do this. I'm just very fortunate in that. But I wanted to do Dead Space 2. I love this game, and I wanted to redo it because all of the commentary stuff I recorded back then will probably be dated. I think the last video I did of that Dead Space 2 playthrough, I was actually talking about going to see Guardians of the Galaxy that night. So hopefully this one's a little bit more timely. I'm going to do individual parts for the commentary portion of this game, then I'm going to do a no commentary full. So that's something I'm going to be trying because, something to do. I hoard all the footage I record, like everything you've ever seen on my channel, it's been recorded by me, or been given, like, by publishers or whatever. So, yeah, I hoard footage from everything I've ever recorded. I've got, like, 9 hard drives, so it's ridiculous. But we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to go on New Game Plus, and I've beaten Dead Space 2 on the Xbox 360, as you can see, 6 times already. PS3 done it about 5, and PC twice. So we're going to go ahead with my round. You can see you can clear this game pretty quick once you kind of are in New Game Plus mode. I think I was one of the first people to complete this game on hardcore. We're going to go on, we'll go on survivalist. Nothing too crazy, but you know, just enough. But I was one of the first people I think to complete this on hardcore. Got the foam finger and everything. And I inserted the wrong disc. Oh, good old Dead Space 2. Now, they say this is Nicole, but she doesn't look like Nicole.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Isaac. Look at the time difference. I'll call you back later.
It's okay. How you doing?
Good. You're right, Isaac. The Ishimur is a great ship. I am so lucky to be serving aboard her.
Enjoy it while it lasts. You know they're gonna decommission her next year.
Isaac, thank you.
For what?
For just pushing me to do this. I mean, if it weren't for you, I never would have made it this far, because you made me stick with it.
Well, just remember, I'm giving you up for 6 months so you can do this.
You know what? We must be getting on a range there tonight. Isaac, can you hear me?
So yeah, a lot of differences between this one and the first one. Isaac can talk, Nicole looks completely different, and also Isaac's crazy.
You were drifting away for a moment there, Mr. Clark. I believe you were telling me about your nightmares that you've been having. About your dead girlfriend. What was her name?
Nicole.
I didn't want it to end like this. I really wanted to see you again. Just once. I loved you. I always loved you.
Yes. Nicole Brennan. She was a senior medical officer stationed aboard a Planet Cracker-class vessel.
Hey, Ishimura.
USG Ishimura, yes. Part of a mining operation on Aegis 7. I understand communications went down shortly after their arrival. You were part of the repair mission. A mission for which you volunteered, am I right? What did you find aboard that ship, Isaac?
I found something.
What did they find aboard the ship, Isaac?
The marker.
Did you have contact with this marker? It made you see things, didn't it? Things you didn't want to see.
It spoke to me.
What did it say, Isaac? What did it say to you, Isaac? Isaac? Isaac, can you hear me?
So yeah, if you have epilepsy, not a fun game to play.
Isaac.
Also, this game's about to go from 0 to 11.
Dana, I found Isaac Clarke. Repeat, I have him.
Great work, Franco. Be careful. He's been out a long time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good. Steady. We gotta get you out of this straitjacket. Where am I? Alright, I know you're confused right now. I can explain everything, but you gotta trust me, okay? Listen, you're in terrible danger.
So yeah, I do believe, now despite my ravenous love for Dead Space and all of its media, I do believe this guy was in the animated comic game before Dead Space 2's release, and that is the one bit of Dead Space, like, paraphernalia that I just do not subscribe to. I remember playing that and disliking it quite a bit. But yeah, this game goes 0 to 11 even quicker than Dead Space 1 did, which is absolutely astonishing when you think about it. Game still looks great. You know, this has been, what, like 5 years going on, and it still looks just fantastic. The series has always had a great art direction. It's gory, it's everything you want. It's everything. Post-traumatic stress, you know, dead people. It's got everything, literally everything. Everything you could ever want. There are even children in this game. Dead children, but children all the same. I just love these. I love the Necromorphs. They're such a cool villain. But I don't know. It's like a combination of the Thing and Xenomorphs. That's why I like them so much. This game is pretty much the Thing, Aliens, and Event Horizon all rolled up into a package. With Iron Man, with a little Iron Man to boot, with the whole jetpack, or not jetpack, the flying suit, which actually controls really well. Nice little bit of foreshadowing here. We are going to come across this man a little bit later, and he's only slightly crazy. Only slightly.
My eye's looking much better today, yes, don't you think?
It hurts. It still hurts?
Yes, I'll schedule you for another session tomorrow.
No.
We're actually about to come across both these guys.
I don't think I can take another session.
There. First thing tomorrow. Now let's talk about what you saw today. Come on, Strauss. I'm here to help you.
It was black. Deep black and glowing red with symbols. Symbols whispered to me. And what did the symbols whisper to you? Come on, Strauss. What? It was just sharp. It was just sharp, but it put so much stuff in my head, so much shit in my head. There's no more room for anything. I can't remember what he looks like. I can't remember.
The symbols, Strauss. What did the symbols tell you?
They told me that it wasn't my fault. I didn't kill him. They didn't deserve this, and I didn't deserve this. Fucker.
Put Mr. Strauss back in stasis, adjust his medication up 30 milligrams, and we'll try another session first thing in the morning.
So yeah, Strauss and whatnot, we're actually going to come across the Doctor very soon, and he will just be a bag of fun. A whole entire bag of fun. Yeah, this game still looks really good. The Dead Space games, even the first one, still looks incredibly well.
Come on, man. Patient 4. I remember you. Tideman said all the key subjects need to be eliminated. Listen, terminated. Which one more? Listen to me, man. Will it matter? Listen to me! Matter! We can both get out of here. Just cut me out of this straitjacket. No one's getting out of here alive. No one. Don't do it. There's no escaping from what I've done. Take it easy, buddy. Just take it easy. Your rig is red. It's red. There's a health pack and a flashlight in that wall locker. You should grab them.
So yeah, he kind of bursts out of his insanity just long enough to tell Isaac, oh yeah, you should probably get some health pack.
Isaac, we're all gonna burn for what we did to you.
Never a fun way to go. But yeah. Right now, we are pretty helpless against the Necromorphs.
Clark! Isaac Clark, is that you?
Who are you?
My name is Dana. I'm the one trying to rescue you.
Why? What's going on?
You're suffering from a unique form of dementia, Isaac. Something you contracted on Aegis 7.
How do you know that? How do you know all this about me?
Your dementia will kill you. But if you can get here, I can treat you and get you to safety.
Why should I trust you?
Because I'm not the one shooting at you.
Fuck.
Just follow the route I'm sending you.
So we're going to go ahead. I'm still disappointed this game's probably not going to get a proper Dead Space 4, because 3, especially the DLC Awaken, ended the series on such a stupid cliffhanger. And the fact that it didn't sell well, and Dead Space 3 is a very flawed game, but I still like it all the same. I mean, the co-op mode that they added, some people didn't want co-op, understandable, but at least the co-op had some sort of effort. The game was different if you had Isaac and Carver playing the game. So I like that aspect of it. I think Norton was just freaking awful, though. That whole subplot with Ellie and Isaac and Norton, that was just freaking awful. But, yeah, I don't know. I love this series so much. I play Dead Space 1 at least once a year through to completion. Dead Space 2, I usually also play a bit of, you know, not usually once a year, though, but Dead Space 1 at least one time completely through once a year, every year without fail. I've beaten that game in at least 30 times by this point.
Orderly TPS report 1418. The recent realization that the popsicle sticks were being constructed into marker-like miniatures for over a year has led to a search of the unit for any other such phenomena. It appears widespread, with marker forms being made out of medication bottles, hypodermic needles, and even toiletry items like nail clippers and tweezers. The research teams have all been notified of the discovery.
I do find it funny that Isaac now speaks, considering in Dead Space 1 the extent of his dialogue was or like maybe putting his hands slightly on his head in disbelief that his girlfriend's been dead the whole time. Also, they completely changed the way Nicole looks. They do not look the same. Like, at all.
What the hell?
you would be, you would be understandably confused if you, maybe hadn't played Dead Space 1 in a while, went into 2 and be like, oh, that's not what Nicole looked like. God, I still remember the night I picked this game up. This scene was really tense simply because, you associate the air vents in the Dead Space games with the necromorphs, and to crawl in one and be so helpless, just terrifying.
Isaac, what happened? Are you alright?
Why are you helping me?
If Tideman finds you, more people will die.
Including me.
Not if you follow my route.
I don't like this.
You don't have to like. Just hurry before you get locked in.
Now we got our telekinesis. Now, telekinesis was absolutely useless in Dead Space 1. Like, unless it was to throw something explosive, because using the pins and whatnot to throw, using anything like this, the necromorph arms, for example, to hit an enemy just never worked. One of the big gimmicks now is that you can actually use necromorph limbs and they'll actually do damage and kill necromorphs if you sling them at an enemy. First game, you couldn't do that. They would just, like, mildly bounce off and be like, oh, that happened. I'm going to proceed to come over there and slice your face off with my extra set of arms. I hope you don't mind. It's nothing personal. I'm just driven to do these things because of a giant statue thing in the shape of, like, a DNA helix or whatever. No biggie. You do have to feel bad for Isaac. The fact that he's caught in this situation again after the first game is that's just gotta suck. That's gotta suck on some very major levels. We are not on hardcore, but we are on a decent difficulty, so enemies will still, mess us up, so we gotta be careful. Go ahead and stomp on them. This one also, enemies don't automatically drop the items they have. Instead, you have to walk over there and manually stomp on them. I don't know necessarily the purpose for that. It's kind of an odd little design choice, especially in the first game. You'd kill an enemy, its item would flow out, bam, boom, you're done. This one, you kind of gotta, grab that. Yeah, okay, just making sure. I love that. Some people don't like it, but I wish every game had the little, tap a button and here's where you go! How did I miss that? So I still love whatever physics engine or whatever they use. I love just walking into things and watching them flop over. My main man, don't you worry.
Calm down. I'll cut you out of there. Is that a tissue laser? A plasma cutter?
Oh my god! Fuck! What the fuck are you doing? Shit! Help!
I'm trying! I'm trying!
Gotta feel bad for that guy. Gunplay in this one's a little bit quicker, I guess you'd say. Now, the thing with this, let's see if he's playing dead. He's dead now. Sometimes the necromorphs, if you shoot them like in the head or the arm and you get one shot, they'll just flop over like that, and that means they're faking it. They're not actually dead. Melee's also a little bit smoother. Isaac was a lot more clunky in the first game. I think that's why I keep going back to the first one as opposed to this one.
Remember the creatures to stop them.
I know. I've had a lot of practice.
Just try to stay in one piece.
Thanks.
Isaac was, in the first game, you know, he was an engineer, just happened to get caught in this. He still had armaments to, you know, that were the equivalent of, like, Leon in Resident Evil, you know. He was not helpless. But he was still a little bit clunky, a little bit, you know, goofy in his movements, I guess you could say. So he wasn't perfect. This one, he's quicker, faster, and it makes sense. He already survived this ordeal once already. But, you know, I do wish it was a little bit clunkier, and that's an odd thing to say, but in a horror game, you don't want to have necessarily the most perfect controls. You want to be able to feel vulnerable, exposed. We should be getting a necromorph here real soon. Oh, shoot, there it is. Stomp there. Oh. I definitely will go through 3 when I get a chance. I may do the co-op with that one, though. I'm not 100% sure. I do love 3, though. It's very flawed, but, you know, I still enjoyed it. I love the kind of fraud. That one's just straight up the thing. I don't care what anyone says. That's just the fact it's on a frozen planet and whatnot. So yeah, they were learning about the dismemberment feature as well. Still one of my favorite gameplay elements in any game ever. That you can strategically dismember something. That's such a gruesome concept for, you know, gameplay. And yet it works so just beautifully. I mean, it's wonderful. I love it. Not me. I love games that do stuff like that, though. Not many do. It's like how very few games have destructible environments. You know, it's just a feature you don't really see. And it's so well done. It makes the game fun. Like, each enemy's a miniature puzzle. I used to remember, before Dead Space 1 came out, I would watch the little making of and behind-the-scenes videos on the Xbox Live store. I would watch them, like, every day. And they had interviews with, like, Glenn Schofield at the time, who now works at, I think, Sledgehammer Games. He works with Activision Sledgehammer Games. I do believe they did Advanced Warfare. They did Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I know they've worked on Call of Duty stuff pretty much. That's their kind of thing.
Who's after us?
That. And Steve Papudis, who I believe is still with the company. I don't really know.
There's a security lockdown.
I told you to hurry. How'd you miss it?
Look, I don't need your help.
Fine.
You know, as long as we kept getting ammo, really wouldn't need her help. Actually, you don't really need ammo. Just keep reusing the necromorph parts. Chucking them along. Or missing like I just did.
Dana! Okay, you're right. I do need your help. Talk to me.
Look, Isaac, we don't have to be friends. But like it or not, we're stuck together. Tideman's your enemy, not me. Alright, I found you a new route.
Fine. So where the hell am I? How did another necromorph outbreak get started?
You're on Titan Station orbiting Saturn. As for the outbreak... Shit! Tideman's jamming my signal!
Well, ain't that just a coinky dink? So yes, another giant space station. Ooh, that's where we get stasis. Fun fact, you actually do have to use the stasis, otherwise you'll just automatically die. Like, just auto-die, pretty much. Grab that. Good introduction to the new enemy type of this game, the Puker. Whose ability is he pukes. What can I say? You know, it's they're creatures of simplicity. You know, they puke on things. I mean, you know, maybe they also do other things. Maybe they'll file your taxes if you ask nicely. Who knows? Also, my controller won't stop rumbling now, for whatever reason. Fair enough. Fair enough, controller. You're free to do that. I'm free to question why you keep doing that, but you're free to do that. Seriously, though, it is like, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is constantly rumbling.
What the fuck?
Also, Isaac, like I said about the PTSD, yeah. PTSD inflicted by the markers, very dangerous. So yeah, just a little bit crazy. Just a little bit. Gonna look around, explore a little bit. Always nice to get some things slightly off the beaten path.
Final report. Partner situation resolved. Target 0 awaits, and I'm on my way. All men be praised.
What was I saying about the comic earlier? Oh yeah, the guy that died at the beginning of the game. I believe he's from the comic. Like the motion comic game thing they had. Not to be confused with the first motion comic they had, which was a prequel to the original Dead Space, which was actually pretty... They did like a sort of animated kind of slideshow version of it with actual voice cast. It was actually really well done. Better than either the animated movies, which I remember. I have the first... I actually have both of them, but the first one was decent at most. The second one didn't even really have necromorphs. It was just kind of this weird... If you ever saw the Starship Troopers CGI show, it kind of looked like that at times, and it was just awful. Like, shoot, I'd rather watch, you know, those friggin' live-action Resident Evil movies or whatever. As far as video game movies go, that's gotta be one of the worst. Not even including, like, Uwe Boll crap. Nice little introduction to a feature you'll get to use later on. You'll be able to shoot the, you know, like, glass out and suck enemies out into the voided space. Kind of a risk-reward thing, because if you're too slow, you're just gonna die. But the payoff, if you do pull it off, is that you get you get to kill a bunch of enemies without having to waste your ammo. I just completely no-sold that poor necromorph. Now, let's see. Let's get our...
Welcome to Microstore. CEC engineer Isaac Clarke. Updating inventory to CEC.
Now, is it going to put us... It has been a little bit since I played this. 2014 was the last time I played this particular game, so I'm having a little bit of trouble. It might put us automatically into the best suit. I don't 100% know. I do love the suits in this series. They look so badass. And they so brilliantly incorporate the HUD into the suit. This game is so clean. There's no there's no crap clogging the screen, and it's just beautiful. I love it. God. But let's go ahead and let's see what we got. Sell that. This is our safe. We've got this nice little... Let me check my little... Okay, yeah, we don't really want to use the foam finger. That would be kind of cheating. Although, well, I'll use it a little bit. Not a lot, but I'll use it a little bit. But I want, in addition to that, I want the javelin. I love the javelin. And let's go with... what would be fun? The force gun. Amazing gun. And let's equip the classic suit. I remember in the original Dead Space, they had for a brief bit, each console had a specific free maxed out leveled armor you could get. And if this was available like day one, so if you bought Dead Space and already had that downloaded, you could start the game, and as soon as you were able to swap into that armor, bam, you'd have level 5 armor, like level, on the first, second mission or whatever. But this is a kind of redone version of the original Dead Space armor. I don't think it looks as... I like the look of the original a little bit better, but this still looks good. Like, it's a little bit more, I guess, bulky, which would make sense. It's supposed to be an engineering armor. I completely forgot to... Actually, I forgot to get rid of the foam finger. That was my bad. I completely forgot that. Let's go with... yeah, let's go with that. And let's... classic plasma cutter. First time I ever beat Dead Space, I beat it using the plasma cutter only. I got that achievement. That was the first thing I did. I don't know why. I just remember loving the plasma cutter from like the moment going. Never felt the need to use any other gun. It was just so amazing. This is going to be our first boss fight. It'll be peeking over the horizons of that crashed ship there. I believe they're called the Tormentors. Oh.
Jesus, that thing was angry. Dana, I'm out of the hospital.
Okay, the tram station is just beyond the apartment block.
Hang on. I need more answers. How long have I been here?
3 years. Tideman found you floating in space near Aegis 7 and brought you here for study.
Why can't I remember anything?
The marker you found imprinted your brain with a self-replicating signal. The longer you're awake, the more the signal spreads. It's killing you, Isaac. Tideman tried to keep it in check with memory suppressants.
You said you could fix it, right?
Only if you reach me in time. Tram station, get moving.
Now look at the design of these things. This is just the arm, and look, you got just a random human face merged in there. You can see the rib cages and whatnot. That's what I like about the fact that they took the Thing, obviously as an inspiration, that it just takes these bodies and just reconfigures them for its own purposes. That's disturbing. It makes for really unique and clever enemy designs. I personally just love it. I love the designs of these creatures. They're grotesque, they're horrifying, they're great, and they're fun to kill, which is, you know, all the bonus points in the world. Brownie points for days because of that. Grab some credits. I love the very industrial look of everything. I don't know. I don't really have too many complaints about Dead Space 1 or 2. 2 only in the terms of continuity of the original game, simply because Isaac didn't say a word in the first one, and now he's, you know, Mr. Chatty Cathy. Now he talks all the time, and that's just kind of a very odd disconnect. I don't know if they were... They might not have been expecting Dead Space to get a sequel, which is understandable. To my knowledge, the game was actually originally being, like, tested on the original Xbox. There's, like, some very early beta footage of it on that.
Listen up. This is Sorensen from CEC. Cut off their limbs. It's the only way they go down. It's their limbs. That's the secret. Comms are down. We can't get a broadcast out, so tell everyone you see.
Now, let's go with... I do believe everything's... Okay, yeah, it's overridden. I think everything's pretty much max leveled. Oh, no. I mean, we got 23 power nodes. Might as well. Now, if you're gonna play this and get the hardcore, you need the Zealot Force Gun. You just need it. It's the best weapon in the game, and not many people probably agree with that. But my reasoning is, you get most bang for your buck. You can hit multiple enemies at the same time, and that's very, very helpful. Indeed. Mostly because, and how do I put this? If you have a group of enemies coming at you, chances are the force gun can dismember several of them in one go, save you some ammo. And in this game, in a hardcore mode, you're wanting to make sure, you know, you're not gonna, chances are you aren't gonna be, like, automatically killed by anything in the environment, so you just kind of, you know, need something like that. At least in my opinion. Also, I will never not love the javelin gun. That it is physically impossible for me not to love the javelin gun. I mean, did you see that? Now, I would like to know how he got up there and wrote that sideways on the wall. It's a very creepy message, but the logistics of how he got it up there are a tad bit odd. Now, these, in the first game, you obviously wanted to have at least one power node on you, so you could go into a room that typically would have enough stuff in it to warrant the sacrifice of said power node. There's not too many, not as much in the first one, or at least not as many notable ones in my opinion. So yeah, I just want to get that nice little bit of extra delicious bit of story. I do love the lore of Dead Space. I absolutely adore this series. It is such a shame how it kind of ended so... Glad I could help! I do like how we get to see, the one nice thing about the Titan stations, we're actually seeing this infection unfold as it's happening. On the Ishimura and on the, you know, the colony Aegis 7, it already happened. We got there after the fact, and yeah, you can find out what happened through various media and the game Dead Space Extraction, which I do think actually comes with Dead Space 2, so that's nice. I never did play it on the PS3 or Xbox 360. I have the Wii version. I played that game. I had just gotten back from the hospital after getting third-degree burns in my arms, and I still played that game, even though it was a rail shooter that required the Wiimote and the nunchuck. One-handed played that game with both in my hand. Well, that sucks. We probably could have fired something to help that guy, I feel. It feels like we could have done something.
Isaac! Isaac, over here!
Who are you?
It's the drugs, Isaac. They gave us drugs to make us forget. But it's all coming.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you calling me?
Isaac! Isaac, look out!
I think we got him. It's a shame no one else seemingly had anything to... So yeah, as you can tell, mass hysteria happening.
We have to go.
Let's swap to the force gun. So yeah, the infection spreads, the necromorph spreads really quick if you're infected. Like, it is very fast and just it's a very devastating virus. Umbrella wishes they could patent this crap. Like, they wish their virus had spread this fast. Although the chrysalid virus did work pretty quick. So did some of the plagas and Ouroboros. No, I take that back. There could be a baby in there. Also, force gun, great for backing into a corner with. I love those classic necromorph designs. No, 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 no. My love for you is diminishing. Could work that better. I actually have those classic kind of, this necromorph right there, that design. I have one of the NECA ones that's on my wall. It's still in the little clamshell thing. I actually put it on my wall as a display. I really like the look of them. They're very iconic to me. God, it's such a shame this series is just dead.
You're not getting in. I'm not opening this door.
We can get EA whoring out pretty much every other franchise they own, but God forbid they do that with Dead Space. I want more. I don't care. Yearly sequels, I'm perfectly okay with them. We hardly get horror games like this. You hardly get sci-fi horror games, especially nowadays. Nowadays, you get first-person horror games in which you are running after some sort of unkillable antagonist. Or you get... That's about... Or, like, very action-heavy. This one, granted, is very action-heavy, but, you know.
Is the entire sprawl infected? How'd this happen? The marker was destroyed, Dana. I destroyed it.
You destroyed a marker, Isaac. Tybin built another one.
On this station? Why?
It's powerful alien technology. Tybin wants that power. Get to the tram. It'll take you to the Cassini Tower's premises.
Dana? Damn it.
Yeah, we don't really get that. You know, the horror we do get is usually very action focused. If it is similar to Dead Space at all. So, I don't know, you know? Or we get FNAF clones. Those are always fun. Oh, stasis, an incredibly OP thing. I can't remember if the cheat code works. Actually, Dead Space 1 was one of the last few games I remember that had cheat codes of any type. Bring it! Bringeth it. I think I'll keep the javelin on just because I like sending my enemies flying about 100,000 feet. There you are. How you doing, my friend? Oh, look at him. He's adorable. Let's go and... I love strategically dismembering. Such an enjoyable feeling. Now, could you go over there? Wonderful. I'm surprised Capcom never really got on the board with anything like... Well, you know, some of the games, Resident Evil had some type
The
of...
outbreak is seriously hampering my progress, but I expect to reach target 0 soon. Stand by.
I guess Resident Evil, some of the enemies have some sort of, like, strategic dismembering and whatnot. So yeah, only slightly crazy. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Wait, why don't I just... Duh. I didn't mean to use 2, but it's not that big of a deal. I do believe I have enough. There we go. I'll just stick with the javelin spears while we're on the train. Oh yeah, this is totally hacking. We just shove our hand up in there with our suit on, and yeah, no problem. GG. Not my brightest of ideas, but goodbye, Isaac. Let's go. Get like a puker on us. Some people would think this is a really bad idea, but not Isaac. Then again, after the events of Dead Space 1, I guess we're... There we go. Run, run, run! Isaac, we don't have time for you to break your limbs. Precarious situation? Perhaps. Shoot that arm off. Move it! That could have went a little bit smoother.
I need a new route.
What happened? I thought we lost you.
Unscheduled stop. Where am I?
How did you end up there? Hang on. This won't be the most pleasant route, but it'll get you to the Cassini Towers residential sector. Damn it! Timon has your signal again. Keep moving.
Okay.
You're very important to them, Isaac. Hold tight. I'll contact you soon.
So yeah, we're gonna go grab some ammo and whatnot here, since I blew a little bit more than I should have in this spot. I should have kept the Zealot force gun out, but it's not that big of a deal. I don't even know why I'm bothering collecting the schematics. I already have all the schematics pretty much. I mean, shoot, I've already done all the achievements and whatnot on this game like 2 times over. Take that. And this is going to be where we're going to stop right now. I think this is a pretty good stopping point. Go over here and just race casual chapter whatever. I thank you all for watching. We will be continuing onward after this, and hopefully this will only take about 2-3 weeks to, you know, have all the videos up, because I'm only going to be uploading these older games on Thursdays and Saturdays. Friday, no one wants to do any, you know, watch videos or whatever, so I don't ever I'm trying to avoid putting things up on Friday unless it's something like FNAF's World's Caves, where you kind of have to. It's like, oh, hey, Scott released, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's game. Might as well. He said it was coming out tomorrow, but now it's coming out today, right now, 24 hours ahead of time. So quick rush to play it. Yeah. Also, he pulled that game off the Steam store. Fun little fact. After I'd already, oh god, grinding to get Fredbear as the last character took freaking ages. Oh, that game becomes pathetically easy once you understand what you're doing. It's pathetically easy, but Jesus Christ, the farming. God, I felt like I was trying to get a freaking shiny Feebas in Pokemon Ruby. Not even Omega in them, just Ruby. But anyway, I thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. This has been part 1 of our Dead Space 2 walkthrough, and I shall see you on part 2. So take care, have a great day, and all that fun stuff. See you when I see you. Peace.